Assalamu alaikum, friends. I hope you're all doing well.
We all love listening to the miracles and supernatural events of the prophets. These stories don't just inspire wonder, they also strengthen our faith. That is why, in today's video, we will present to you some amazing miraculous events from the life of the Prophet of Allah, Hazrat Idris Alayhis Salam, along with the special miracles granted to him by Allah Almighty.
To learn about these unique events, I request you to watch the video with attention until the end.
Idris, who is well known to Muslims as Hazrat Idris Alayhis Salam, is considered by Islamic history to be the second prophet sent to mankind. According to Muslim belief, he received prophethood from Allah Almighty after Hazrat Adam Alayhis Salam. There is a difference of opinion regarding his birthplace. Some say he was born in the city of Babylon in Iraq, while others believe his birthplace was Egypt.
There are also differing opinions regarding the name and lineage of Hazrat Idris alayhis salam.
According to the famous muhaddith Ibn Ishaq rahmatullah alayh, he was the grandfather of Allah's prophet Hazrat Nuh alayhi salam. His real name was Aknuh and Idris was his title. Although he is known as Idris in Arabic, he was called Aknuh in the Hebrew and Syriac languages. What is known about his life is that in his childhood, he was a student of Sheeth alayhi salam. Later, Allah Almighty granted him prophethood. After receiving prophethood, he began inviting people to the truth and forbade the wicked and misguided people from abandoning the Sharia revealed to Hazrat Adam alayhi salam. A few people responded to his call and returned to the righteous path, but the majority opposed him.
Ignore him and let us go.
Finally, he decided to leave his homeland with his followers. At that time, his followers raised various excuses saying, "If we leave a prosperous land like Babylon, where will we find a better country than this?" In response, Hazrat Idris alayhi salam said, "If we migrate for the sake of Allah's pleasure, Allah will surely grant us a reward better than this." He then left the country with his followers and eventually arrived at the banks of the Nile River in Egypt.
Hazrat Idris alayhis salam was a deeply devoted servant of Allah. He loved to remain deeply immersed in worship. It was his habit to fast regularly. Allah Almighty granted this beloved prophet multiple miracles, and his life is surrounded by an extraordinary supernatural event. This miraculous event is about how he gained the privilege of entering paradise directly while still alive. One day, Hazrat Idris alayhis salam was absorbed in the worship of Allah in his place of prayer. Suddenly, a man appeared before him. Thinking he was a foreign guest, he welcomed him warmly and made space for him to sit by his side. But Hazrat Idris alayhis salam did not yet realize that this person was actually none other than Malakul Maut, the angel of death.
Hazrat Azrail alayhis salam had come to him with a special purpose. He wanted to establish a friendly relationship with him. And before that, test the patience and piety of Hazrat Idris alayhis salam.
On that day too, Hazrat Idris alayhis salam was fasting. After worshipping all day, when evening fell and the time for iftar approached, he arranged iftar for himself and the guest. At the time of iftar, Hazrat Idris alayhis salam partook of the food himself. But surprisingly, the guest sitting in front of him did not put a single morsel of food into his mouth. Hazrat Idris alayhis salam repeatedly and humbly requested him, "Brother, please have some food." But the guest remained completely silent. He ate nothing.
For he was no ordinary human, he was the angel of Allah, Hazrat Azrail alayhis salam. And it is the nature of angels that they do not consume food like humans do.
Hazrat Idris alayhis salam still had not recognized him. That is why he kept requesting the guest to eat. The night grew deep. Before going to sleep, he again said affectionately, "Dear brother, if you do not eat, your body will become weak." Yet the guest still did not take any food. He spent the entire night in the worship of Allah Almighty.
The next morning, Hazrat Idris alayhi salam again urged him to have some food, But the guest remained silent as before and did not eat anything. Then Hazrat Idris alayhi salam said to him, "Come, brother, let us travel a bit on Allah's earth. Let us go out and see the blessings given by Allah Almighty with our own eyes and offer our gratitude to Him." Saying this, he set out with the guest. The two walked until they had gone very far. Suddenly, a beautiful garden appeared before them. The garden was filled with various kinds of fruits. At this moment, the guest suddenly said, "O Prophet of Allah, let us enter this garden and pick some fruits from here. Then we can eat them together." Hearing these words from the guest, Hazrat Idris alayhi salam became extremely displeased. He said in a stern voice, "You are saying something truly astonishing. Do you not know that Allah Almighty has made it completely haram, forbidden, to take another person's property without their permission?" Upon hearing these words from Hazrat Idris alayhi salam, the guest did not protest. He remained standing silently, for he was the angel of light, Hazrat Azrail alayhi salam. He was actually testing whether there was any greed in the heart of Hazrat Idris alayhi salam for other people's wealth. After that, the two of them started walking again. Walking along, they eventually arrived at a vast field. Thousands of goats were spread across that field. Looking at the goats, the guest addressed Hazrat Idris alayhi salam and said, "O Prophet of Allah, let us catch one of these goats and slaughter it. Then we can cook its meat and eat it together." Hearing this, Hazrat Idris alayhi salam became angry once again. He said sternly, "You are truly a strange kind of person. You do not find halal food appealing, yet you have a strong attraction towards people's haram wealth." He further said, "Do you not know that Allah Almighty has forbidden taking someone's property without their permission? One who consumes haram will never be able to enter paradise." Even after this stern statement from Hazrat Idris alayhi salam, the guest did not protest. He listened to everything in silence. In this manner, they spent the entire day walking and observing the blessings granted by Allah Almighty. In the evening, they returned to the home of Hazrat Idris alayhi salam. Thus, the mysterious guest stayed at Hazrat Idris's home for 3 consecutive days. After 3 days had passed, a deep suspicion arose in the mind of Hazrat Idris alayhi salam. Finally, he asked the guest,
"After 3 days, you still have not told me why you are truly here."
Then in a calm voice, the guest replied, "I am actually not a human being. I am Malak-ul Maut, Hazrat Azrail alayhi salam." Hearing this, Hazrat Idris alayhi salam was stunned. His body trembled in fear. He said, "Does this mean my life will end today?" Then, in a fearful voice, he asked, "Have you come to me to take my soul?" Malak-ul Maut, Hazrat Azrail alayhi salam, replied, "No, I have not come to take your soul. I have come to establish a bond of brotherhood with you. It is my earnest desire that you agree to this proposal." Hazrat Idris alayhi salam said, "I agree to establish brotherhood with you on one condition, if you allow me to experience the state of death just once." He further added, "If I can taste death once, the fear of death will make me even more focused on the worship of Allah." Then Malak-ul Maut said, "I cannot do this without the permission of Allah Almighty, because Allah has not yet commanded me to take your soul." Hazrat Idris alayhi salam said, "Then please pray for permission from Allah." When Malak-ul Maut sought permission in the court of Allah Almighty, Allah granted it to him. Upon receiving permission, Hazrat Azrail alayhi salam took the soul of Hazrat Idris. After that, he prayed to Allah Almighty again that the soul of Hazrat Idris alayhi salam be returned to his body. Allah Almighty granted this prayer as well. Then the angel Hazrat Azrail alayhi salam asked Hazrat Idris, "Brother Idris, when your soul was taken, how did it feel?" Hazrat Idris replied, I felt an unbearable pain, as if the skin of a living animal was being stripped off from head to toe all at once. Hearing this, Malak-ul-Maut said, "Brother Idris, I have taken countless souls to this day, but I have never taken anyone's soul as easily and gently as yours." After this, Hazrat Idris said, "A strong desire has arisen in my heart to see hell. If you could show me hell, the fear of it would make me even more attentive to Allah's worship." Malak-ul-Maut, Hazrat Azrael Alayhis Salam, took him near the gates of hell. Hazrat Idris saw the terrifying sights of hell and was profoundly moved. When the viewing of hell was finished, he said, "Brother Azrael, now I have an intense desire to see paradise. If you could fulfill this wish of mine, I would remain grateful to you forever."
Malakul-Maut said, "I can show you paradise on one condition. You must promise me that after seeing paradise, you will return to me." Hazrat Idris Alayhis Salam agreed to that condition. He then entered paradise. His heart was filled with joy upon seeing the immense beauty, peace, and blessings of paradise. After witnessing those incomparable delights, he did not want to leave under any circumstances. It is mentioned in various narrations that in this way, Hazrat Idris alayhis salam became a permanent resident of paradise. That is, his soul remained there. This was the most amazing and exceptional miraculous event of his life. Allah Almighty granted Hazrat Idris alayhis salam many miracles. One of the most significant was his extraordinary knowledge. Through this God-given knowledge, he mastered astronomy, mathematics, and the strategies of using weapons. According to various accounts, he was the first on earth to begin using such knowledge.
All of this was possible due to the miraculous knowledge granted by Allah Almighty.
Hazrat Idris alayhis salam was the first to introduce the use of the pen and the method of sewing clothes on earth. Before him, people did not know the technique of stitching garments. Since he introduced this method, the practice of sewing clothes began in human history. This is undoubtedly another miraculous aspect of his life. Additionally, various narrations state that Hazrat Idris alayhis salam was capable of foretelling the future. He was a student of Hazrat Shith alayhis salam, and while he was still a student of Shith, Allah Almighty revealed divine revelation, wahi, to him, through which he attained prophethood. This too is a unique miraculous event in his life. And the most amazing matter is that on the night of Miraj, the night journey, our beloved Prophet, Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, met Hazrat Idris alayhi salam in the spiritual realm. In this way, the life of Hazrat Idris alayhi salam was filled with miraculous events and the special blessings of Allah. In conclusion, it can be said that one of the greatest miracles of Hazrat Idris alayhi salam's life was his long lifespan. According to various accounts, he lived on earth for a total of 365 years. After that, by the special grace of Allah Almighty, he gained the privilege of entering paradise while still alive. Such a long life and that unique destiny, everything was part of the great miracles of his life.
May Allah Ta'ala guide us all properly through the prophets and messengers, strengthen our faith, and grant us the ability to remain steadfast on the path of truth. Ameen. Respected viewers, please let us know in the comments how you liked the video and stay with us. That's all for today, and take care, stay healthy, Allah Hafiz.